Hello. Sorry, just getting my camera situated. All right, so it's my first. Hello. Sorry, just getting my camera situated. Okay, here we go. So I am going to mix, just trying to pull it. Okay, so I'm going to mix this palette here. And it is kind of a beach with a purpley pink sunset. And we'll see how that goes. These are the 5 colors that were in the photo that they had pulled. I made a few more colors just to see. Today, I'll just mix these 5, and I'm gonna make a piece for one of our mandala community. Her name's Maitri. Wicked Dots is her Instagram handle. She is collecting pieces to donate to her local cancer center. So I thought, this is a pretty pink palette. I might paint something in this palette for her. And I like a lot of colors, so I will probably mix some more. But we'll start with these here. So first, let me show you what colors I picked to start with. So I picked Cranberry Wine, which is kind of a reddish, a dark reddish color, but with a pink undertone. This one to me looks a little more purpley, so we'll have to alter this a little bit. And then Frosted Plum is my next color here. And this one, matches this middle one quite well. And I think I'll have to mix these two to get that middle shade. And then this doesn't match any of the pictures here. So it kind of matches this one a little bit. But I think if we add a little bit of this kind of dusty purple, we'll be able to get a similar shade here. And then for this neutral color, I'm going to start with Portobello. Sorry, I didn't say. This is Vintage Pink. Oh, and Gail's here from Virginia. Hello, Gail. Thanks for coming. And then the last color is Portobello. I love this color. I've painted pieces with the background of this color, so this might actually make a pretty background for this. Okay, so I'm just going to move this out of the way. This is Canva, by the way, so I usually will mix my palettes or, play around with colors there. Okay, so here is the Cranberry Wine. And I don't have much, so I brought a second one out. I actually don't mix in giant pots, but I have a feeling I'm going to like this one and want to paint a few things with it. How's everyone's day? I get something sharp. I delivered a baby this morning. Thankfully, everything went on time, so I could be here. I did stop at Michael's. I'm trying to make a really bright pink and purple piece for a friend. And so I got some neon paints. So I don't want it to be neon exactly, but I wanted it brighter than what I normally use. So I'll share that if it works. Okay, so I'm putting Cranberry Wine. I put a little bit more in the first pot, a little bit less in the second pot. I'm going to put actually, we'll see. I'll save that. And now I'm going to the Frosted Plum. And I'm going to add a little bit to this one. A little bit more to the second pot here. Sorry, I have like a little chunk here. It's not letting my paint come out. Sorry, it's just chunky paint. There we go. And then this one is going to be pretty much straight Frosted Plum. And then a little bit of Frosted Plum in this one. Okay, and now we're on the Vintage Pink. I like this or petal pink. Let me see. It's baby pink. Here's petal pink. So that one's also kind of good, but this one felt a little orangey to me. So I picked a more orangey pink. Will you be dotting a project? Oh, and Yoli was late. Yes, so I was just saying I'm probably not today because I don't have anything prepped, but maybe I'll record it and post it here. Today's just a paint mixing, but I'm going to paint something for Wicked Dots to donate to her cancer center. And if you're interested, you can either message her or me if you want to donate something. So she would appreciate anything. Okay, so this is that Portobello. And all my paint lately has been at the bottom. Must be the new year. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit of that vintage pink to this. And we'll see how that looks. Okay, so let's mix it. So this warmed up that color, and I think I already see that I'm going to add a little bit of the frosted plum to this. And now this is the vintage pink plus the frosted plum. So that toned it down a little bit. So you'll see me post my paint mixing videos on Instagram, and they're so edited because this takes a while. Okay, that's pretty. This is just plain, but what I'm gonna do is just take a little bit on my stir stick and mix it in. I feel like it just makes all the colors blend a little bit better. Okay, and now this is our Cranberry Wine plus frosted plum. It's quite vibrant. It's a little more vibrant than the actual color. So to me, I would say, if we're looking at our colors here this way, this is a little bit brighter than this. This one kind of matches a little bit better. This one looks pretty close. This one could go a little bit more muted, and this one looks pretty good. So what I'm gonna do is take my Portobello, and I'm gonna try to add a little bit to this one, and actually a little bit to this one. And we'll see. Yeah, that looks better. Just mixing a little bit more of that cranberry wine in here. Oh, this looks more like a dusty peach. Looks good. Add a little bit more to this just to lighten it up and make it a little pinker. There's a lot of dogs barking today. Yeah, Portobello. So I added, hi Diane, I added Portobello to here and here just to mute those colors a little bit more. And this will be replayed so you can see how I did it. So I go a lot of back and forth because I like them to be a gradient. And this is actually looking pretty. So I like how this looks right here. And then I always mix a custom metallic. I'm trying to think if I want a gold or a white. Maybe a white. And we'll swatch it out. I just bought a new one at Michael's today. Just gonna get the rest of this out. Okay, hold it upside down, see? Okay, what I'm gonna do is trying to think if I want like a pinky color metallic or more of this Portobello color. I'm gonna try this color. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of it and mix it into the white pearl. Yeah, I like that. Just makes like a dusty pink metallic. Silver. Yoli. I don't paint with silver. I don't know, it's just not my favorite. I'm actually gonna add a touch of gold too. This is glorious gold. So white pearl, glorious gold, and then some of this color that we mixed. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so let's swatch this out and see how it looks. I'm gonna move my iPad. Actually got a new journal for the new year. Okay, let me just go through what I think the recipe-ish is, but I never make recipes because it's impossible with the way I mix it. But here's Portobello with a little bit of the vintage pink. This is vintage pink with a little bit of Portobello and a little bit of frosted plum. This is frosted plum, but I did like add a little bit of this color to it. So probably a little bit of vintage pink and a little bit of Portobello. This was the Cranberry Wine plus frosted plum and Portobello. And this was Cranberry Wine plus frosted plum. So the ratios, you can see how I mixed it, but this has more Cranberry Wine, obviously, because it's darker. This had more frosted plum, but it's really pretty. Let's see. Okay. And now I'm going to swatch it out here. First page, exciting. Grab a brush. This is my favorite part, is the swatching. That's why I like saving it in a notebook. So it was fun to see all the colors, and I was going through my notebook from last year, and I remember mixing all of it. And I remember what projects, you know, I used it for, or sometimes I didn't end up using it, but I remembered why I mixed it or what I was thinking about. So it's kind of a cute way to journal. Okay, so I'm going to start with this darkest color here. And if I were creating a gradient, I would probably mix a couple of shades in between the first two here. color number 3. And that is a good idea, Gail. I think I will just record what I paint and just post it here. Here's that dusty peachy pink. And then our Portobello. That one is chunky. It's okay. Okay, and then let's try our metallic. It's pretty. Sorry, my husband is talking to my daughter. Okay, like that. And rinse my brush. What do you guys think? Would you alter anything? I think it's really pretty. It's kind of a pretty way to do pink, not so bright. And I'll go back to my iPad and see. So this one could even mute a little bit more. Oh, hi, Shweta. I'm glad you're here. You can just watch it later if you want to mix this. This is that kind of medium purple. This is that frosted plum, the peachy pink, and then that desert or that sandy color. I like it. I think it looks pretty, and I do like this metallic because I think it will brighten things up. Oh, hi, Bree. I'm glad you have service. So, yeah, I'm going to paint something with this and maybe a 10-inch because I actually bought a bunch of 10-inch boards, and then I'll send it to Wicked Dots. And we'll see. And if you want to paint along with me, you can. But thank you for joining my first live. If it was fun, I was thinking about doing a color palette every month. So maybe have people vote on Instagram, and then we can mix the colors together. So if you have any ideas, you can email me. I'll link the colors I used here. I'll link all my contact info, so you can message me if you have like a February palette you want to mix, and then we can mix it together, kind of figure it out. Yeah, and let's see. Oh, happy New Year, Shweta. And Noor, I'm glad you liked it. Sonia. Yeah, I will. I'll paint this. We'll paint a piece with this palette together. So I probably won't do it live because I might have to do it in pieces, but I'll record it and we'll post it in real time here. So no editing, so you can see how slowly I actually paint. Okay, well, thank you guys. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.